Hey, we are live.
Oh, hello.
What is up?
Hey, guys. All right. Well, for those of you who are here early, hello, good morning. We'll give some people some time to come in here. I forget where it shows. Oh, yeah, here we go. That's where we got the viewers count up there. So once again, we're here together, actually live, but we're still in like a temporary setup for the time being. So by next time you see us, it'll be once again a different setup. So this is just for today anyway. But so let us know how everything sounds, how everything looks, the stream's going okay. If there's any problems, let us know. But we got just a normal episode today. We did do a live stream. Was it last week? When was that? It's all a blur for me.
No, 2 weeks ago. Last week
to announce the winners of the contest. Yeah. So the prizes are going out to the winners. Thank you to everyone again who joined. How are you doing today?
Good. A little tired, but good. Yeah.
It's Friday, so
end of the week.
Yes. My daughter's birthday is tomorrow.
Okay. Should be 4.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. But my son is sick today, so pros and cons.
Yeah.
But we got a bunch of questions to go through today, and of course the giveaway kit is over there. Yeah. I'll grab that for you guys. But you guys probably have all seen the post, so you know what the giveaway kit is for today. It's the Premium Bandai Sandrock Armadillo. Okay, very cool kit. So Gundam Wing fans, even if you're not a Gundam Wing fan, it's a cool design.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we'll draw the winner for that later on. But first off, we got a bunch of new stuff in here.
Yeah.
So I'll pass this to Adam. Adam, you can
tell. A lot of new stuff.
Here's this first bunch.
So we'll go over all the 30-minute sisters we got in. Actually, this just came in yesterday. I think this is the C one, the Lulus. So very cool one. We still have a few of these left. I think we got the least amount of these from Bandai. So very cool. Yeah, we'll pass it back to you, and you can. And then obviously this is the first one that came out, but I think it was the second one we actually got. So still have a lot of these left. Rasheta. This one's really cool. I definitely am going to build this one myself. I'm used to building like the Megami device and stuff, so I want to see how this stacks up. So very cool. I'm gonna hand that back to you. All right, and then this one we actually have had this one the longest, but this is the second one they came out with. Taisha. Thank you.
For some reason in my review, I kept calling it Taisha. Sorry, guys.
All these are in stock. I know they're going very fast, so if you are into Mech Musume or want to try these 30-minute sister kits out, get them now. Like I said, they'll probably be gone, I would assume, by the end of next week, if by the way things are going. So definitely get some of those very cool kits.
As a Mech Musume aficionado, big fan, I can say they're good. Nice. I mean, you get what you pay for. There's not as much in the box as like Megami device,
right?
Those kind of kits, but they're solid, and there's lots of option parts available, so you can pick and choose.
Yeah, that's I think is what they're kind of doing, and you can mix and match the 30-minute mission parts on them too, which is cool.
Yeah, lots of customization, and even HG Gundam kits.
Okay,
all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
So just got this in from Orange Cat. It is their Beast series,
100 Edge. Are they doing a series of this?
I thought so.
Hopefully. Code Beast.
Yeah, Code Beast. So it's obviously a mecha kit. It transforms into like a wolf tiger thing. But very cool. If no one's ever built Orange Cat kits before, I built one of their SDs that they made. They're really solid. A lot of parts, really well designed, nicely molded. So check this out. We did just get these in. Yeah.
This one is also made in collaboration with Wave, or no? Some of the other Orange Cat kits.
Yeah, I think they are branching to their own and not using Wave as a I think the SD kit that we just got, last year too, didn't have the Wave logo on it.
There you go. See, there's the transformation.
Yep.
If you guys are familiar with the, I don't know if it was called Code Beast, the Gundam ones was kind of like.
Yeah, I think it was called Code Beast, the fan art.
Yeah, it's like a soft canon. I don't think it's canon at all, but anyway, it's like it's by the same designer who does all like the 00 designs. I forget his name. Yeah, I'm terrible. with the designer names. I can't remember any of them, but here's that. This is also part of the same series, right?
Nope,
These.
that's SD.
Ah.
No, yeah, that's the.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then those are So
that?
just got this in. If you're familiar with the Armor Puppet kits, brand new one. Kind of a Spartan design. These kits are really cool. I loved building the it's called Shadowhunter, something with the wolf one. Yeah. Built that one, really liked it a lot. But they've got a lot of different ones, different designs that are really cool. So just got these in too. So check
I've not built any of these yet.
They're neat. They're smaller, but they are they're pretty cool. They're starting to make them more and more come with a lot of different parts and stuff. Their first ones didn't have a lot of option parts, whereas this has like a shield, multiple swords, and different things with it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got like a frame there. See, it's got a core body frame inside.
Yeah, and I believe it comes with a base too.
It looks like that. Yeah. On the box. Gundam.
Yeah,
a little bit of that.
So SD kit. So if any of you guys got that Verde Buster one, this is the DX set. Comes with I think there's a water pack in there, like water armor or flight armor. There it is. So there's a camera. There it is. So flight armor.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it comes with some pretty, if I could do this, some big cannons too. So pretty cool. Just got these in yesterday. Or actually before yesterday, the day before yesterday. We got them unpacked yesterday. If any of you saw Zach's post with him hiding in the pallets, it was.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
that's cool. The flight pack reminds me of the
Zaku?
goof.
Oh, the goof
and Thunderbolt. So just get it for kit bash parts.
Yeah,
maybe.
Definitely.
There's that, and there's these guys.
Yeah, so 3 different colors of these. We got red, white, and green.
One at a time.
Yeah,
easier to show.
If you are familiar with Wave, I believe this company and Wave did the space crab pods. And those sets came with 2. These are individual sets, so single ones. They're all the same kit, just different colors. So you have your green one, your white one, and then your red one. So very cool kits. They come with a pilot in them. And then, let's see if I can get that.
I've done a review of the 2 set. It's the same thing. Just these just come with just one in the box instead of 2, and different colors, obviously. But
they're very cool little kits. I enjoyed building mine when I think I got the yellow one and had a clear orange.
You've said before that they're some of your favorite designs.
They are, yeah. And then another Mecha Museme ATK girl just received these the other day.
Shadowhunter?
Yep, the Shadowhunter. One of the 2 different Shadowhunter kits. So we'll be getting the other one shortly. But this one's very popular. This is probably my favorite design out of the 2 that they made with those.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And this is, you do get the US bonus parts, which are purple and red, I believe, in this one.
I don't think it shows anywhere on the box.
No, because I think the box is the same for everything. So you do get some bonus parts in there.
It might be buried.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in here. There's some gold-plated parts, though, too.
That might be the bonus. I thought it was red clear. Maybe not.
Shiny. Maybe it's the fact that they're just plated parts. Let's check.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in there. Those boxes, those kits are very packed.
Yes. Very good kits, too. If anyone's ever built ATK girls, I enjoyed building one.
Big boy.
The last thing we just got in, I think it's still up for pre-order, but this is the metal build. Not Moto Nuclear. Yeah, Moto Nuclear.
On the name on that.
June. So there is another one of these that comes out with a horse. This is just the guy without the horse. If you've built any of the other generals, like the dragon, the yellow dragon, blue dragon ones, very solid metal build type quality.
So not a kit.
Not a kit. It is a figure, but very cool. We did get a few of those in. So if you did pre-order one, we'll be getting those out today.
It's always satisfying when there's a handle on the box.
Yes. That's how you know it's top quality.
Yeah. Something special about that.
Yep.
There you go. A lot of stuff. And a lot of restock stuff.
Yes, we did get a lot of restock stuff. Honestly, guys, the best way to know when something's back in stock is go on the website, sign up for that email notification when something's back in stock, because you will literally get an email right when it goes back in. Things just kind of, as you've seen, we'll get in, like 24 of a kit and they're gone within an hour. So I don't, for example, the Kshatriya high grade, we got 24 of those. I'm pretty sure those sold out within an hour or two. So, sign up for those emails, notifications, so you get that, so you don't miss it. I know sometimes too, if like someone cancels an order or returns something, we'll have one go up, but you'll get an email too. So by the time I know a lot of people look that it's already sold, even if we got one, you'll still get an email. So
yeah, if there's kits you're waiting on, all you got to do is go on the site and just check the box to put on your list. Yeah.
And then you're good to go.
Yes. Then you had to check your email very quickly. But all right. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. And what else on the way? Anything?
A lot of stuff on the way.
Always stuff on the way, of course.
I know a lot of people probably had questions on the Virtue. I have not gotten any word from Bandai yet that they are shipping to us. So I don't even know if they have them there in Bluefin yet. I know they've been shipped from Japan. I just don't know where they're at in between Japan and California. So if any of you have one pre-ordered, as soon as we get them in, we will definitely let you know and ship them out. Keep an eye too. As soon as we know kind of a roundabout time that we'll get them, you guys will get a email notification on your pre-order that's arriving soon too. So you can keep an eye out for that as well.
Cool. Yeah. Let's see. There's that. Anything else like big kits coming out? All the high news came in.
So all the real great high news in the first batch came in. We get another good size amount next week. So if you had them for back order for Q1, we get some of them in next week, and then we get a whole bunch more in hopefully the end of January, early February. That should cover that Q1 back order. So so okay, keep an eye out for those too. There's a lot of stuff that's continually coming in. It just it used to come in one big chunk. Now it kind of comes in a bunch of smaller shipments, little by little, as Bandai gets stuff and they kind of ship it out. So
as we've been talking, if you guys have watched any of these live streams for the past year, basically every episode, what we've been saying is that when new kits come in, they don't come in usually all at once.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's because before they were able, sorry, I'm interrupting you. Before they were able to get, their containers in all at the same time, unload like 2 or 3 containers there at Bluefin, unload them and get everyone's order out. Now you're lucky if you get one container in and that's part of the shipment, and then another one comes in a week later and that's your other part of the shipment. So that's kind of the struggle right now with importing things and getting things shipped out to everybody.
What can you do? All right. So we got a bunch of questions from you guys, of course. So we'll get to some of that. Though, if you guys have any other specific questions about like things you're wanting to know when it's coming in stock, if it's related to your order or something like that, of course, you can always email as well. But yeah, again, for a lot of things that we just kind of don't know. Like it's on the way, but we don't know exactly in too much more detail. All right. Zach, I'm just going to some questions here from the Facebook group, Facebook page. Zach, not me, different Zach. What do you think the largest 1/100th scale Gundam will be? So not what is the largest one out now, but what the largest one will be.
Well, that depends. So if they do continue the RE line in a somewhat way, that would be, because if they ever did a 1/100 Kshatriya, I think that would be.
Would it be bigger than the Nightingale? I think it would. It might be taller. Yeah.
But would the
similar.
Quad? Yeah, would the quad things make it bigger or not?
Just to establish what are some of the biggest ones out now already, I think it would be like the Nightingale, the Deep Striker. So if you're asking like what would they make that would be bigger than that, I don't know if they would ever really make anything bigger than the Nightingale or the Deep Striker. Or the O.
I mean, Deep Striker's pretty big. I don't think they would. Honestly, it would just be. It would be
too big.
It'd be too big expensive. And too much money. I don't know if it would meet their. Because I'm sure Bandai evaluates too. Can your consumers buy it, and how many of those consumers could buy it? Is it worth making? I'm sure there's internal reports on that. Sure.
If they made this is not 1/100 scale, but I'm just wondering if they made a Big Zam HG. So I'm sure they wouldn't make a 1/100 scale, but possibly like an HGC Big Zam would be pretty big. I don't know how big that like would compare to the Neo's Young or something.
Yeah, that would be pretty big.
Yeah. I still don't know why they've not actually ever made that.
No.
It seems like if they're making, they've made some
big stuff before,
HGs, yeah. And that's like kind of like one of the main bad guy suits from the original series, right?
Yeah.
What Gundam series would you want to get a continuation of, either movie or anime?
So this might be nostalgia, but I would like to see the Frozen Teardrop movie. I think that could work well in a movie from Gundam Wing.
I don't know anything about the story.
Yeah, that just because I mean that's what got me into Gundam was Gundam Wing, and I'm sure probably a lot of people here in America would like that. I don't know if that would go well worldwide, but something else. Yeah, I think that would be it. But that would have to be a movie. It wouldn't be a series.
I think because the series that I love, like 8th MS Team, I wouldn't want a continuation of that. It's kind of done.
Yeah.
And like Unicorn, we kind of got a continuation of that with narrative.
Yeah.
Sort of. So on Turn A, I wouldn't really want a continuation of that either. So I don't know. Maybe a continuation of G Gundam.
So as much as I hate G Gundam, they probably could easily make a continuation of that. Because they could have the world tournament.
It's very episodic.
Yeah,
right?
You don't need you don't need to continue where they left off that story. You could just have it years later and
I think there's that story is more open to continuing it and like same sort of overall premise, but with like a new plot line. Yeah. I think they could do that. Would probably be good.
They could do it better.
I don't know. Couldn't get much better than the original. What do you think Bandai will have to do with kits going forward after the rise of popularity? It seems like they're running out of kits to make. Well, they're not running out of kits to make.
Yeah, no, there's plenty that they can make, and
but I think technology-wise,
so they was it like 2-3 years now? They had that walking prototype,
and they showed that frame. That, like it was like a advanced RG kind of type frame. They've had like prototypes for different stuff that's just not really come out.
So I mean I don't know if they're just still working on it to perfect it or if it just didn't get popular when they showed it off. So there's definitely different things that they can do in the future. More kits could come with LED sets, and you end up buying a real grade kit and it comes with one of them wireless LED bases and you just pop them in and there's all sorts of different things they could do. Just it kind of depends on where they want to go. Yeah.
Anytime we've had this kind of similar question before, I always say I don't want anything motorized for me personally. Like LEDs though, that's not necessarily anything like new. They could just kind of normalize it a little bit more, just make it more common to get them and make it less expensive to get them in kits.
Yeah.
But as far as like new technology, I mean, I don't know, but I'm sure like 20 years ago, they were probably saying the same thing.
Yeah.
They were probably saying like, I don't know how these kids could get any better. So, they'll have new ideas on how to make it better, I'm sure. But even if they don't, honestly, I wouldn't mind either. Yeah. They're pretty good as it is, and I enjoy them a lot. There's a lot of suits that are not made in kits yet that could be made. So
I gotta be right back.
That's okay.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. When you get a build with Zaku Stream where we Kevin asks when this question is kind of weird. I think he means when will we get a build with Zaku stream where we just all hang out while building and painting? Kevin, I'll get back to some more streaming, some live building and stuff soon. I've got a bunch of kits. If you guys saw my post on my Instagram of like the kits that I have in my queue to build, I have a lot of stuff to build. So I'll be getting back to doing some live streaming. The nice thing about this moving into this office here, and kind of another reason why it's taking me so long to get everything set up here, is because I do want to have like a good proper streaming area set up for live building, something that is better than what I was doing before. So I'll be able to do live streaming just kind of better with you guys to do that. Aside from Gundams, though, I will say I am planning on live building this as well too, some nano blocks. So we got a bunch of nano block stuff here. I don't know if you guys know, but we also sell Lego and nano block, and there's another kind of similar kind of series of stuff that we sell too. I forget off the top of my head. But yeah, we got a bunch of nanoblock stuff here in the warehouse. So I was just going through the warehouse the other day and thinking I wanted to try live building something in nanoblock. And this bonsai tree looks very cool. So we'll be doing a live build of this as well sometime in the near future, aside from just all the kind of normal models. If then like doing painting, I don't know if I'll ever do a live streaming of painting, airbrushing anyway. Hand painting, maybe. I'm thinking of that. Yeah, Laws. Thank you. Laws is the other kind of Lego-esque type series of things that we sell here. But yeah, probably we'll do some more live building. I mean, as in like kind of not just snap building, but like customizing or just sort of like a little bit more modeling type of stuff. Painting, maybe some hand painting. So yeah, there'll be all sorts of stuff. I'm just kind of just finishing. Everything's like just finishing here in the office. I'm just kind of waiting on a couple more things to just kind of get squared away, and we can kind of really get to work on a lot more of that stuff. Thomas asked, what is your dream kit to make that you wish was made? One that always comes to mind would be the Rosenzulu. I wish they would make a master grade Rosenzulu. But another one that I was thinking the other day, I always forget to mention, but I really wish that they would make a kit of the Gamalk. Either HGUC or MG. MG would be huge, so I don't think that's likely. But an HGUC would be awesome if they made an HGUC Gamalk. And I honestly think that that is probably very likely sometime in the next 5 years. I would expect that it's likely if we will get an HGUC Gamalk. I think we'll get one eventually.
Sure.
Sometime in the next 5 years. Should we bet on it?
What was it?
Gamalk?
Maybe.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about from Double Zeta, right? I think. Zeta or Double Zeta? Double Zeta, I think.
Double Zeta.
It's pretty wild. So the more wild it gets, the more likely it's to be Double Zeta than Zeta. But yeah, I love the design. It's super cool. All right. He asked, so what's your dream kit to make? Do you have one? One that's doesn't exist yet.
Dream kit that doesn't exist. I would like a master grade of the Pale Rider. I would like that. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I ran up the stairs there.
Okay. Yeah, that's another one that with all the HGs they make, I wonder why they haven't made that as
yeah,
yet.
And the HGs have all been P Bandai, and I don't think. I mean, the closest we got is the was it the Dominance? Kind of had.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I'm sure that's also just a matter of time.
Yeah,
they'll make it eventually. Any idea if older PGs will be getting print runs soon?
So I don't think so. They haven't been in any of our orders through June, July of this year. I think what Bandai's doing is focusing a lot more on like high grade, Euro grade stuff they can make more of. It takes a lot of time and moving molds around to make perfect grade kits. So if they can do way more high grades than time it takes to make one perfect grade, they'll more focus on those.
Yeah, probably. Unfortunately. And this next one, we've kind of been talking about a little bit. Nate asked, what mobile armors would you want model kits for? Big Zam.
Big Zam. Yeah. What's the mobile armor they had in Seed? It was orange. The gun barrel. That's not what it was called though. Maybe that's what it was called.
That was just like an add-on.
No, right? It was he flew it. It became an add-on like in MSV for Seed, but it was actual was it Mulaflaga flew it.
Okay.
At the beginning of Seed.
It's just more like a aircraft.
Yeah.
Kind of thing,
yeah,
basically.
I guess it's not a mobile armor.
That would be cool too.
Thing from Unicorn, I think would be cool.
Shamblo?
Yep, Shamblo would be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
Yeah. Yeah, Mobius Zero. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, considering they made the Neo's Young, but I don't know if they would want to maybe make something from a different series. But if the Neo's Young was pretty successful,
yeah,
need to get that.
Brought my kid with me to work today, so
yeah.
she's...
I don't. Zachary said, "I don't really have a question." So Happy New Year. Okay, well, thank you. Happy New Year. Now that Zach is in the Gatorverse, Would you guys hold in-person workshops for different modeling techniques? Danielle asks. Will we hold in-person workshops?
Yeah, I think that's definitely in the works. As we were able to get build days going back up. We have a new warehouse that's supposed to be built, supposed to be done now, but it's in the process. That new warehouse will actually have a build room, like classroom thing. So definitely we'll have different events in there. For definitely.
Yeah. And with it being safe-ish now, but still kind of I think I don't know if we'll really have anything before the new warehouse.
Yeah, it'll probably be the new warehouse
Yeah.
that so fingers crossed for next 3 to 6 months it should be, hopefully, from what I've told. So we'll see.
Yeah. Shoot for possibly summer.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah. At the soonest, maybe. But yeah, I mean, something we're all definitely looking forward to. Just modeling technique kind of workshops and like painting demos or just build days, like just hanging out and just building. You can hang out, just talk, build some stuff. Yeah, definitely. When will the new MGs arrive, and will there be a chance Bandai or you will have older RGs?
So new MGs like the Dom or like the Virtue?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he means by that. Maybe just focus on the second half of his question.
Okay.
Older RGs? Any older RGs on the way?
Yeah, I mean, we just got in the Wing EW. Was it the 20th real grade? Just got restocked the other day. I don't know if there's any left. That's why you guys mark for your emails. But we got a decent amount of those in. We got the Sazabi back in the other day too. Real grade new came in. Not too long. I think last month we got the full burner and the regular GPO1 came back in stock. So they are actually, we got the swords or the Ale Striker unit. What is it called? The
Skygrasper.
Thank you. The Skygrasper actually got restocked, which they haven't made that in I think 1.5 to 2 years. So we got some of those I think last week or the week before that. So yeah, I mean, keep an eye out. Like I said, the best thing you can do if you want these kits is to sign up for an email notification. Because if you're not, others are, and they're going to know that when it's back in stock before you do. So
on that note, I just wanted to take this moment to remind you guys that the RG GPO1 is great. Don't let anybody tell you differently. I know some people think that it's not that good. Yeah. Because of the I mean, you have to be careful with the transforming parts a little bit, but it is a very nice, very handsome,
nice
looking real great, definitely. And if you guys are interested, it's been over a year now, I guess, probably since I did that. Ranking all the RGs that I did with Kakura. He came on. We did that live stream, so it's kind of long, but we went through all the RGs and talked about all the RGs. If you guys know, Kakura is also another YouTuber. And we ranked all the RGs up through the Sazabi, I think, was the most recent one at that time, or the Full Armor Unicorn maybe came out after that. Yep. But check that out if you guys are interested in just kind of hearing more thoughts about the RGs. Peter asked, "What's the next perfect grade you would like to see released?"
That I would like to see released. It's probably different from what will be released. I may be cool to have a Sinanju Stein, but it's just a Sinanju in general. I think would be neat, and I don't know. It would be pretty big. The unicorn's big, so I think with perfect grades, you sacrifice the larger it is, the more posability you lose with them. But I could, maybe that.
That's true.
Probably a Zaku would be.
So actually, something on the smaller side would be great for a PG. Because then you get a larger size, but it's not like so large that it's immovable because it's so heavy. That's the problem with the unicorn.
Yeah.
I actually never really thought about that. So actually, like, even though the F91 is not really one of my favorite designs, it would make for a good perfect grade. Yeah. A crossbone. Bandai loves making crossbones. Yeah. So that would be a good one. Yeah, definitely. How goes it in terms of getting more stock in? Is it getting faster? Are you noticing any change recently?
No, it's slower.
Okay.
Yeah, it just, I mean, it depends. Some weeks we'll get a whole bunch of stuff in, and it's hard too because, for example, yesterday we got a few pallets in from Bandai. We got a few pallets in from different Chinese suppliers for some of these like third party different kits. So it looks like we got a whole bunch of stuff in, but really we only got like 1 or 2 pallets from Bandai and got 8 or 9 pallets from all these different other sources of stuff. So, and Bandai might get 1 week, they might get 3 or 4 containers in and we have a big order. And the next week they might get 1 and then it's smaller. So if it's not the same, I feel like it's maybe a little worse. But I think when you showed you the other day, we only had like 1 master grade in stock.
Yeah.
That was so.
Right.
And then we just got in like 3 or 4, which I'm pretty sure we're down back to maybe 2 in stock now. So.
And then like, I feel like keep in mind the picture we posted the other day where I'm hiding amongst all the pallets and we had like the towering pallets of boxes. But keep in mind, guys, that like if it's like big master grade boxes, there's only so many that like it looks like a bunch of stuff, but like 1 box would be like
like if
4 or 5 master grades.
Like a regular master grade that's your kind of normal master grade size can fit 12 in it. I think the Sazabi, they put it down to 4 per box. It used to be 8, and I think they cut it down. So yeah, I mean it looks like a lot of cases. I mean your high grades, usually if it's a case, you're getting 24 to 16, depending on the high grade. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot, but
it goes fast.
Yeah,
and I mean, like we sell to all over the country, so
right. And a lot of stuff, if it goes up for back order and people back order it, a lot of the times we get it in, and it just goes right back out the door. It doesn't, we'll sell them out. Back order or pre-order. A lot of our pre-orders now are selling out before we even get the stuff like the Master Grade Virtue. I think a real grade Hainu was that way too. They were all gone before we even got them. So. It's if it's something you want and you have the ability to pre-order from us or somebody else, I would definitely do that. Because you don't know how many, if somebody keeps it in stock, how many they actually got, how hard is it going to be to get it from them? Are they going to jump the price up? Because I've seen a lot of retailers now, putting the price way more than what it should be, different things like that. So, just kind of pay attention. If it's something you definitely want, I would advise pre-ordering from somewhere you trust.
Normally like pre-ordering, you would say like if you really want to get it right away, pre-order it. But even pre-ordering, you're gonna have to wait. I mean, you're gonna have to wait either way, just because stuff's just taking a while to come in. But yeah, I mean, pre-ordering, at least you'll be able to get it, and at like the proper price,
right?
Too, rather than having to wait. If you miss it, you think, oh, I'll get it from a different site, and then if you miss it, then you have to wait or pay a lot more. All right. So do you think, do you have any experience using acrylic paint for airbrush? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I used Tamiya before. I mean, it was fine. It was the same. I felt it was the same spraying it through. The end quality, I felt, for me anyways, the acrylic paint chips easier, scratches easier. I don't feel like it adheres easier to.
It's not as durable,
right?
As lacquer,
right? But I mean, that's because it doesn't have. I mean, it has some chemicals in it, but it's not as strong of a paint, and it doesn't adhere as strong as lacquer or enamel paint. So,
myself, no, I don't have any experience airbrushing it or working with acrylics basically at all. But that's one thing that I'm planning to experiment a little bit more with now that I'm here. We've got a lot of acrylic paint, so I'm gonna try some more here in the near future. But yeah, we carry that, and also lacquers and all sorts of paints here. So if you're looking to just get some to try out, we've got lots of options. Any updates on the GPF book 3?
No. And I've reached out to them. I'm just waiting to hear back. I don't know what their face. I believe it's in Korea. He's at or Singapore.
Thailand.
I
think.
So I'll reach out to him again. I know book 1 and 2 are not hard. I mean, he's got plenty of those, but I don't know where book 3 is. So we'll send an email to everyone that has those pre-ordered and give you guys an update as soon as we know.
Also Gaia notes.
Yeah, Gaia notes whenever they get them. Yeah, it's just one of those fun things here right now.
Any suggestions for a good airbrush compressor for a non-beginner? So maybe he's already been working with one. He wants to get something.
Yeah. I
better.
mean, I use Iwata
Mhm.
ones. But that's the only brand I've ever used. So I don't know if I'm really a good.
What I had been using before moving for a good while was my Sparmax compressor, which I do really like. Sparmax owns Iwata too, so it's the same parent company. But we also here we have a bunch of the
Mr. Hobby
ones.
We got Mr. Hobby ones. I have not personally tried those out. I know they're
pricey.
They have good reviews. I guess my suggestion is to go to places that sell them, that other people have bought them, look at reviews on them. You can look up, I'm sure you can look up tons of YouTube videos on different ones. I think that'd probably be your best bet is doing that and seeing people do reviews, because they'll go and break each one down and show you what each one does, and you can find something that you're going to use, different things, and most compressors are kind of all the same. So
I was just gonna say that with an airbrush, I think different companies will have better quality than others, but as far as a compressor goes, you don't really necessarily need. I mean, if you want to spend the money for a more expensive one, but I just don't really think you really need it with a compressor.
You're gonna have that relief valve, and then whatever PSI it can generate. So the pricier you get, I think the more PSI it can generate at one time.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. If it's like a compressor that's made for hobby use, then it should be fine. Make sure it's got a regulator on it, so at least you can change that. Make sure it's got a moisture trap, especially if you live in an area that can be humid at certain times of the year, which is kind of most of the U.S. So if you're in the U.S. or wherever you are, just make sure it has a moisture trap. Getting a compressor with a tank is convenient, so that way it's not constantly running while you're working. It will store the air in the tank, and then as you're using it, occasionally it will kick on just to kind of refill the tank. But your airflow will be more consistent. So, I mean, if you're not a non-beginner, you probably already know this stuff, but just saying for everybody else, just things to look for in a compressor. If it's got all that stuff, kind of anything will be okay. You get what you pay for, I imagine, probably. So if you go for a cheaper one, it may not last as long. You may have to end up getting another one later. Or you just get a more expensive one, more likely to last longer. What's the best perfect grade in your opinion, and why?
So I like the red frame a lot, just because of the posability of it. The Exia was a very good one too. You can do a lot of different poses with that, and then the LED set in there, I think is solid with the different posability that it can do. But I think red frame for me, I think it would be the best for me.
I would say the Exia. Yeah, definitely for the best with the light set. If your question is just like the best, with the Exia with the light set is expensive, but just for like overall best, because it looks great with the light set in it. It's a very posable kit. You got a bunch of accessories. You got the base, which is really nice. So you can put it up on the base for doing aerial poses and stuff. So I think it's kind of overall the best perfect grade, definitely. What paints do you sell that are alcohol based?
So any of your acrylic paints are gonna be more of an alcohol-y. I mean, you use 91% alcohol to thin it. I don't know if it would be an alcohol base. I don't know what the base is for acrylic paint. It's water, but technically it's not really water.
Again, acrylic paints is not my forte. That's where I get confused.
Someone in the chat might be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but I know all acrylics you can thin with 91% alcohol. I don't know if the base that it comes with is an alcoholic base, and it might depend on the brand, but I know you can thin all acrylics with 91% alcohol.
Yeah, and he said, do we carry any oil or water-based paints?
So water-based would be acrylic, and then oil-based would be your enamel. Lacquer's chemical base, right? That's
solvent.
So
it's
there's some enamel. We don't carry very much enamel.
Jose asked, how's the transition for Zach been from Korea to Florida? I know I've seen this kind of similar question a few times. I don't want to answer it a bunch of times. And I'm sure there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions in there about me moving. So answer this one. But how's the transition been? It's still kind of transitioning because we still don't have a house yet. So if we can just get a house, and hopefully here in the near future, we'll get a house. That's the kind of hard thing. But otherwise, I mean, it's not been easy, but we're getting through it. Yeah. A lot of adjustment because even though I'm American, like I haven't lived in America for 11 years. I lived abroad. So right after college, I moved out of the country. So I haven't lived in America as an adult before. And now I'm an adult with a wife and kids. With a wife who's not an American, can't speak English, but she's not used to living in America, and my kids are young. So probably the biggest challenge has just been trying to take care of them, and then also trying to get at least some work done too when I can. So
which hopefully we've made that easy for you.
Oh yeah, totally. Adam has been very accommodating. It's more like me pressuring myself to try to get some more work done, just because I got a lot of stuff I want to do. But yeah, that had no pressure from Adam, which has been nice.
Get back to work.
All right. It's none of that going on. Let's see. What brand or price of airbrushing compressor we recommend? Well, we kind of talked about that a little bit. What's some units you hope get a surprise kit in 2022? Oh, what's something because Benna does do that. They throw out some very random choices sometimes.
So there's, I gotta be careful what I say. Surprise kit. I would love to see Master Grade Pill Rider, which we talked about. I think that would be cool. I'd like to see less P Bandai kits and more mainstream kits, but that'll probably not happen. Probably more P Bandai than this year than any year. I mean the high grade. Not Itaku. What is the one we're waiting for? Shenlong. Thank you.
Yeah. Probably won't be much of a surprise.
Yeah, that won't. I'm sure that's coming. I think I saw me. Did you see where they announced last night the Gundam Universe figures, and that was one of them.
No.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I think the Sazabi, the God Gundam, and the Shenlong are the next wave of Gundam Universe figures.
Shining Gundam? I think they already made the God Gundam, right?
It is Shining. Yeah. Oh, it's
one of those.
I think so. I know Sazabi and Shenlong for sure. I thought it was, but if they already have the God Gundam, then maybe it is Shining Gundam. Yeah. No, I lied. It's the Master Gundam. Yeah, it's the Master Gundam. Yeah. Because they posed it with the God Gundam. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I love the Master Gundam.
Yeah.
I wish they'd make a new Master Gundam kit, even though the HG is not that old.
Right.
It just still doesn't quite look right for me, and the Master Grade too.
Yeah.
The Master Grade Master Gundam. Neither of those really look quite right for me, so I'm still hoping that they'll make something new. Maybe they'll make a high-res kit or something. I don't know, to go with the God Gundam.
That would be neat. I thought that was dead, and then they came out with. I mean, they're still come out with that big armed red frame. So.
All right, let's switch over, take some questions here. Oh, can I not do that without signing in? All right, let's see if this will work. From Instagram, hopefully, if we can. Oh, that's not working. I'll have to check my phone on that. Okay. Sorry, guys. From the YouTube community tab. What's it like being in the warehouse now? They give us a new studio tour. Yeah, so I kind of touched on like what it's like being here now. Just kind of been working on getting everything set up. But yeah, I'll give you a studio tour. I kind of already have been recording some video for that, kind of work in progress on getting everything set up. And yeah, we'll do some more tour videos around the warehouse and stuff too in the near future. So plenty of that. Connor asked, how's the family been settling in? Okay, I kind of already talked about that too.
You're gonna get a lot of those. I'm sure.
Yeah. What have you been up to while the streams are on hiatus? I've been up to just working stuff out, basically. What's one kit you are most excited to build or paint? What am I most excited to build?
I'm excited to build that Shadowhunter actually, and then the frame arms Nipico. Nipika kit when we get those in finally. And then that 30-minute missions come out. It's almost like a mech. It's like a 2-legged like support unit or something for that, which I'm pretty excited to build too. We should be getting those pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
there's some really cool stuff coming out.
Yeah.
In 30 minutes mission line.
Yep.
I'm excited to build that Brachiosaurus kit.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
So I've never seen.
I've got a bunch of stuff over here in the queue that I'm definitely looking forward to. So yeah. There's a lot of stuff. What else do I know that's coming out later on in the year that I'm looking forward to? The RG God Gundam.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Actually, maybe they'll make an RG Master Gundam.
That'd be cool. I wonder what the next real grade is after that going to be.
It'll probably be quite a while until we find out, though, because that's still March or something, April.
Yeah, well, I think it comes out. Yeah, I think it is April. No, I think it's March. April, May, June.
It'll still be a while before we find out what the next one is.
June, July, because we just did June, July order, and there were no real grades in that. Or no, the real grade in that would be so it's probably April, May, June, or July is probably the God Gundam. Actually, April, May, June, or July. I don't know.
Always, still, unfortunately. Boom Cannon asks, "What do we have any New Year's resolutions, shop wise or personal?"
That's a good question. So personal, I want to get in shape. I've let myself go a little bit in my older age. I do want to do that. I think that's always a thing. But as far as store wise, have the new building done, get moved into there. I think will be a big one.
Yeah.
Moving is always a pain because you always have more stuff than what you think you have. And from the times that we've moved warehouses, we had way less stuff than we have now. So it might take over a week to actually get everything moved. And so that will be a fun week to 2-week process. Just, be able to source more kits, source more stuff, find things that you guys want to carry. We've expanded to other lines of things. We carry Legos now. LOZ building blocks. We just got a whole bunch of shipment of those in. We're sending an email. I said those really weird there. Like those. So we got a whole bunch of those in. We'll be sending an email about that later today. But just expanding into different things that you guys want us to carry and finding stuff that is fun for us and you guys like.
For me, I didn't really make any resolution, but just personal. Also is getting in shape more too. Just got being a dad.
It's loose. You don't have time to do stuff anymore.
Yeah, right. That's one of the things that I'm keeping in mind. Obviously, it's not a priority in our house hunting, but just I'm keeping in mind too, how far away the house is from here, so I can cycle to work, ride a bike to work. Because if I need to exercise, and it's kind of hard that's the thing, it's hard to find time to exercise, but if it's just commuting to work, gotta go to work,
then you're doing it on your way here.
And we at the moment we just have one car, so then my wife can just use the car and just ride a bike to work. So that'll be kind of a way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing.
Smart.
Also reading more books is always that's kind of always a resolution for me that I have a hard time sticking to, because again, just time.
Which I've talked to you. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, so I can do it while I work or whatever I'm doing. I think reading them helps your brain more than listening to them.
Yesterday, I told you we went to that used bookstore. Just to go off on a tangent here, guys. I picked up a couple of novels there. The Running Man.
Okay.
One of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, classic. So the novel of that, Sphere. Another great movie. That's a Michael Crichton.
Is it?
Yeah, book. The movie Sphere? Samuel L. Jackson. And,
is that the one where they're underwater? Is it? Okay, I've seen that movie.
Yeah, they find the sphere and they go into it. And it's like manifesting their fears. Love the movie, so want to read that book too. And the Martian Chronicles, Ray Bradbury book. Ever heard of that?
No, I've read the book, The Martian.
Oh, not that.
Yeah, different Martian.
Martian Chronicles.
And I saw the movie.
I picked it up randomly, in junior high or something. I think it was at the library, a school library, and I started reading it and I liked it. And I never have finished it, but I've always kind of kept it in mind. So pick that up too. So
nice.
Some good. Mostly kind of sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Martian book was good.
I normally prefer nonfiction though. But at the used bookstore, they basically only had
fiction.
novels. Yeah, fiction novels. So I found some cool stuff though, and it was super cheap. So there you go. Any word on if there will be reprints of the HD Gundam Thunderbolt kits?
I'm sure, just not in the near future. At least not up until July's orders.
Bummer.
Yeah.
So not
Hopefully
anytime
second
soon.
half of the year, maybe we'll get some. I know Age was on there. IBO is I think every IBO kit was on the order list. So the Hashmal, the more obscure one with the Grail, the
gay rail.
The gay rail, yeah. So every IBO kit was on there. Now, whether or not there is a demand to print every high grade kit, is another story. So what Bandai will do is they'll give us a whole list. Everyone in the world orders off that list, and then the stuff that had the least popularity starts getting cut as production time, lessens. So, I know we ordered a bunch of different high IBO stuff, so hopefully other places in the world do too, so we can get all of them instead of just like your main suits. So
yeah, I'm sure that those are just kind of sold out everywhere.
Yeah,
so every place I think would take whatever they can get.
Yeah,
IBO wise. Gunpla Joey asked, do you think we'll ever see another increase in perfect grades with all that's been going on? You mentioned about that earlier.
Yeah, and I know there's been a few kits too that are starting to get made in China. I know a lot of their, not a lot. I know
by Bandai.
Yes, by Bandai in China officially.
Yeah.
Some of the SD kits that are coming out, you'll see on the box at the bottom says made in China. Whether or not they move more and more, it as long as the quality is the same, I think that's good. Because then they can get more kits made. But we'll see.
And he said, do you think they'll consider more grunt suits, like getting a grunt perfect grade in the future anytime?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Like if they did a grunt, I mean, Zaku's basically grunt. I would see a GM. Maybe.
Yeah, even that though. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
When they made the first Zaku too, I mean, that came out at a different time.
It was a main suit then, in theory.
Because they could make the Shara's version too. I mean, like there's no like Amro's gym they could make. So I don't know.
Popular kits. I mean, if the kit sells well in high grade, real grade, master grade type forms, then they bump it up to your next level.
Yeah, I just don't think that there's any grunt that would fulfill that.
Yeah.
Other than the Zaku 2, basically. Right. Yeah. Let's see. Of the build fighters and build divers, are there any that you thought stood above the rest? Well, I just posted about the amazing Strike Freedom the other day that I thought was one of my favorites from the line.
I like the Wing Hanu a lot.
That's
probably my favorite build fighters kit. Trying to think build divers, what my favorite one was. It would have to be probably the Red Barrett. That was Build Divers, right? Yeah, that was the first season of Build Divers. That would probably be my favorite one off the Grimoire, right? Grimoire. Thank you. That would probably be my favorite Build Divers kit design.
There's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot. I try to think of the Transient Gundam comes to mind.
That's a good one.
HD Transient.
That's
really
a good one.
Didn't like the Glacier variant quite as much, but it's interesting too. Very unique color scheme, at least for that. But even the Glacier too, or the original, just being like mostly white, is kind of unique. You don't really have too many of those. There's a lot, and I feel like
there's a Hayakushiki one, and for build fighters is purple.
Mega Shiki.
Thank you. That one I liked a lot.
Yeah, definitely one of the highlights. With build fighters, there was like a wide range of ones that were really cool and ones that were just kind of not that exciting. It just depends. It's subjective, of course, but I think build divers overall, like the quality overall was generally better. Design wise, you still may like certain ones over other ones. But there's some duds in there, definitely.
There always are.
But it just depends on what you like. You may be into a design. Overall, I mean, they're all fine. Let's see. What general ratio do you usually use for thinning paints? painting your kids?
Yeah, so that's a good
Rasheta?
question too, because I think it depends on your paint and then on your airbrush and your the way you use your airbrush plays a lot into it too. I generally, when I thin down Mr. Color, usually it's a 1-to-1 ratio. There's weird because different colors will do 2-to-1 ratio. Like whites, I'll do lighter colors. I'll do a 2-to-1 ratio, and darker colors I usually have a 1-to-1, which sounds dumb, but it works for me. So
I don't know. Yeah, you just have to eyeball it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Certain. Yeah, even within the same range of paints, like all Mr. Color paints, you open like one color and another color, it might be like a little bit thicker or something.
Yeah.
So that's why I usually just tell people, like, when people ask, I wish I could tell you more precisely, but I usually just eyeball it. You just kind of have to, you can see the consistency when you're mixing it up, and then when you spray it too. So, when you spray, never spray directly onto the part straight away. Spray onto something else first, a scrap part, a spoon, a piece of paper. Check how it's going. If it's too thin, add a little more paint. If it's not coming out, add a little more thinner.
Yeah. I mean, if you're getting spider webs, you definitely need more thinner. And then if you're getting it's runny on the part, then you have probably too much thinner.
Also, check your distance.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. Yeah.
It may be like you're spraying and it looks terrible, and you keep messing with the mixture, and it's just everything's just not looking right. You may be just spraying too far away.
Yeah,
that may be the thing. So keep that in mind as well. Adaris asked, and I think he's in the chat if you're still there, Adam. Hey. He said, any chance you guys ever introducing a small parcel or envelope sized ship option if you just want to pick up a few decals or something?
So we used to have that option. The problem with that is the weight situation. So the item might weigh a certain poundage or weight, and then the envelope itself weighs a certain weight. And so when you're checking out, if you're on the cusp of that, it knows the weight of the item, but not the weight of the actual shipping package and shipping material. So we were actually spending way more money on certain things. Not everything. I mean, some things, if you ordered one decal set, but most of the time people buy multiple things, 2 or 3 decal sets, and it kind of hits right on that break point of that shipping. So we did a bunch of different surveys, did a bunch of different things, asking customer stuff, and everyone kind of wanted a set shipping price. And so we figured out what it would be to where we kind of broke even shipping wise. Some we make some we lose some, but overall we kind of break even on shipping and, make it as cheap as possible. I mean, shipping prices are just going up through the roof right now.
Yeah.
The FedEx just increased our prices by about 20-something% over last year. The post office, I believe they're hiking theirs 36% on some shipments. So, it's not cheap to ship things. Like if you go to the post office and try to ship something yourself, it definitely costs a lot, and you'll realize how much it costs if you try to ship a master grade, even like 2 or 3 states away. You'll be end up paying like $20-$30. So, flat 99 rate I think is pretty fair.
Yep. Yeah, it sucks because if you only want to order like a sticker pack or a couple of decals or something,
yeah. No, I mean we'll look into it again and evaluate it. But it's getting out of the price where like small pack. I think the cheapest first class shipping now will be $5. If you walk into the post office and try to ship something that's first class, depending on how many ounces it is, and then I think it can go up to like $12. I think is the max for first class, depending. I'll have to look at the rates again, but yeah, I mean it's just like I said, it's not an easy formula to try to figure out shipping because every package weighs different, every package is size different, and you have dim weights, so they don't even calculate the weight, they just calculate the size of the package and tell you how much it's going to cost. So you'll ship like a 3-pound box and they'll tell you, well, this has to be paid at a 15-pound rate just because of the size of it. So yeah, it's if any of you have ever had an eBay business or something like that, I'm sure you understand my aggravation with shipping services.
It's tough.
Yeah.
There's so many variables.
Yeah.
All right. Luchiki had a question for me and a question for you.
Yeah.
So his question for me is, I want your opinion about the best user-friendly 3D printer application. 3D is 3D printing really a thing, game changer for Gunpla competitions? I've not really done any 3D printing mostly, so I'm just the wrong person to ask about that. Sorry. As far as like using it in competitions, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Some competitions they're allowing it and some not. So is it a game changer as far as just like, just being able to print stuff that you can use? I mean, yeah, 3D printers are always getting better. So
yeah, and a lot of the Apex parts, not all of them are 3D printed that we make, and they're all resin 3D printed.
Yeah.
Which resin is probably going to be your best versus your was it spin filament ones. They take longer and cost more, the resin ones, but the end quality is way better. Our Apex 3D parts are printed on huge commercial resin 3D printers, so the quality is super good. I don't know what the quality is for at home 3D. I don't have a 3D
I'm sure
printer,
there's great ones.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's great ones. It depends on how much you want to spend.
Yeah, and you're gonna spend. You got to think of technology too, how much it's advancing. So you might buy something now that's good for top quality now, and then in 3 months it might be
totally
no longer top quality. So
right,
yeah.
So that's a tough one, but there's definitely some cool things that you can do with that. So it's worth looking into if you're interested. And for you, this question was, can you do a live 24-hour Gunpla custom channel in the future? I want to see how you build Adam style for just 24 hours.
Yeah,
of you building something.
That would be a long time, especially when I don't have time to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably get on a stream. I would believe in the future and build and answer questions. As far as like a 24-hour thing, I just maybe one day. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even have time now between business and family stuff, and but I definitely want to get on live streams and build, and you guys can see. I mean, you've seen some of my kits in those display. I mean, they're not the best, and some of them are falling apart. But
they could use some love.
But yeah, usually when I build a kit, I'll straight build it and then I paint it and stuff like that. So I definitely could probably straight build something on live stream for sure.
Yeah, with the family, a long full day live stream is a big ask.
Yeah, I don't think I probably wouldn't even stay awake for 24 hours.
Yeah.
So
I did the 19-hour stream and it's tough. I mean, even doing 3-4 hour stream, I mean, just especially if you're alone, it's you're just talking by yourself for that long. And if you just try it, just not live streaming, just to stay at home and just talk to yourself for 3-4 hours straight. It's tiring. Yeah, definitely. So for doing something that long, you definitely need someone either with you or to be chatting with someone, at least someone else to come on. And he said, for both, if the life-size Gundam is approved in the US, what Gundam would be displayed and where? Yeah, we've had that question before, but it's a tough one.
I don't know. I mean, we've talked about Zaku, I think, before, but they're
Wing Gundam though.
Yeah, Wing Gundam would be cool. That'd be a hard life-size. It depends what version of the wing, I guess.
Well, I always thought that the wings would be challenging, but they made the Freedom. In China, they did the same thing. They just have the supports for the wings.
They couldn't do the angel wings. I could not.
No, definitely not that. I mean,
they could do
original TV version Wing Gundam.
They could probably do that one. Would be, and obviously it'd probably be somewhere in California because it'd be. I mean, they're not going to ship it to California and then ship it somewhere else in the United States. They would have to find somewhere in California,
San Diego, or
buy the mass amount of priced property there. I'm assuming they would want to own the property instead of lease it. So that would cost a small fortune. I mean somewhere, and that's where it would be if they did it for sure. Would be California.
Yeah.
And then would have some sort of Gundam base shop there, and then I'm sure any California based Gundam store would probably get upset because that was there. So
aside from the Wing Gundam, I mean, I think that's just very likely what it would be. Maybe the Barbatos.
Maybe
IBO has been very popular in the US. Maybe Exia.
Yeah,
possibly.
There's a few different options they have.
I wish they would make a Zaku too. It wouldn't be in America. In Japan, But I just wish they would make one. Zaku 2 would be awesome.
Yeah.
I really thought that's what they were going to make after the Gundam. Like a shard Zaku 2.
Yeah. That'd been cool.
E95 asks, any casualties during the moving process? I assume he's talking about like my kits and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. All my kits and stuff was all sent over on a container ship, and that's coming in a couple months maybe.
Yep.
So when all that stuff gets here, we'll see. I was not very impressed with how they packed all this stuff. So, but I packed it well. But then the guys who actually came to pick up the stuff kind of didn't really pack it all that well. It didn't seem like, but I don't know. We'll see. It's all plastic. It's very durable anyway. It'll be okay. What's your favorite and least favorite builds you've done? I don't know if I can answer that. I couldn't say.
Yeah, he built so many. So my favorite build was probably Snaju Stein. I liked a lot, but I did a Gyaradoga, which isn't here. I don't think you've seen it. That had the backpack from the Gyarazzulu, the big, like the Kin one. I don't think that was the Gyarazzulu though. It was called what? Something else.
Yeah, it's the Gyarazzulu, but it's a custom version. Yeah.
So I did that I think turned out really good. I think that was my favorite build that I've done probably to date. My least favorite build. Oh man. So I tried to build a real grade red frame. And I like building master grades or 100 scale, and I did not like how small the parts were.
It's it's got some very small parts.
Yeah, I didn't even finish it. So yeah, that probably would be my least favorite build. Not that it's bad; it gets a great kit when it's done. I just don't like the small parts and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, very difficult question for me. I don't know. I've definitely of my painted builds. There's definitely ones that I like more than others. But I just enjoy the process, right?
Yeah.
So, belted star, maybe. There we go. I noticed you guys carrying more third-party Chinese kits. I'm wondering if you could get more resin conversion dress-up kits in the future. We've talked about this multiple times before, but
it's a lot of the kits that you'll get resin are expensive. They're made in smaller batches. Sometimes the quality's not very solid. We've had them before in the past. It's just easier not to carry them, which is probably a bad answer for that. It's just harder to get them in. It's harder to price them fairly. Like if you look at some of the other stores that do sell them here in the U.S., I mean, you're paying sometimes $200+ for something that's you buy off of eBay and it's $20. So I don't know what went into that decision or not. I know for us it's just hard to contact a lot of these companies that make them and distribute them out. So
and just the quantity and they're produced is a huge thing too. I mean, like if it's a resin conversion kit that we might be able to get 20 or 30 of versus like a plastic kit, you could get 200 or 300 of.
And just the business aspect too, for someone might you'll have thousands of people that want to buy a regular kit, and you might have one person that might want to buy that resin kit. So how much of an investment do you want to put into carrying that a small select few people, whereas you can take that money, invest it into other things that a lot more people would want. So I mean, there's just a lot at play. Will we carry more resin? Yeah, I'm sure we will. I'm sure we'll bring in more resin stuff. It's probably a matter of when than if we will. So.
Just as the opportunity presents itself. What Alvin asked, what was an unexpected thing Zach discovered while in the warehouse? Well, as I was mentioning earlier, I didn't know we even carried any nanoblocks. So that's why I mentioned this earlier while you were out, that I found this in the warehouse, and we'll live stream build that later. So but no, there's other stuff like tools and paints and stuff that I mean, obviously I have a good idea of all the kits and things that we carry, but just going around down there in the warehouse, there's a lot of tool paint kind of stuff that I didn't know that we have. So it's a lot of stuff. It's just kits are the hard thing to keep.
Yeah, kits are hard. Tools and stuff are easier.
It depends on the brand.
Yeah, brand is that's really. Yeah, and then I mean we've got a lot of figures now down there. We've got, like I said, we're kind of branching out. It's harder to get kits in, so you got to kind of find other things that you can get that people will want to build. That's kind of similar to the hobby.
Tim G asked, "Do you think we'll see more G Gundam kits after the announcement of the RG God Gundam?" Because they do kind of do that pairing sometimes, like an RG and an HG, or an MG and an RE.
Usually they do that at the same time, though. I know that the all the G Gundam kits are getting reproduced. All the the 144th no grade ones, 1/100th no grade ones are all on the June-July reprint list. Whether or not they actually get produced, I don't know, but they are. Those lines are fully on there to order, and I ordered a bunch. Whether or not, like I said, they get made. But as far as a new one, I don't know. I think it just kind of depends how well this does. It'd be cool to see a Nobel. I mean, the high grade's good. I mean, they came out, when were those new high grades made? Not too long ago.
Yeah, 2013, around there. So they're in like the kind of newer HGs. Yeah, still a little bit old now, but
right. I mean, they might do another real grade, like a Master Gundam or something.
Yeah, I kind of doubt it, and especially not back to back. They never really ever do them back to back.
Yeah.
What would be cool though is they've gone through like the wing suits. Now we're still waiting on the Shenlong. So after the Shenlong's done, then maybe they do some of like the side suits from G Gundam, like the Bolt Gundam, the
Maxter.
Yeah. Some of the ones that don't, like the Nobel, they already have. So it wouldn't be that. I don't think they would redo any of those at this time, but
that'd be cool.
Some new HGs from G Gundam.
Tequila Gundam.
Very unlikely, but I don't know. We'll see if Bandai gives way to the meme on that one. Probably not. Wouldn't hold your breath. But I think like Dragon Gundam, that's the other one. The Rose Gundam. Yeah. Those main 4 kind of side suits, I think, could definitely come out as HGs possibly. All right. So let me switch over to Instagram here, which I'm going to have to go to my phone for. Let's see. Which AOZ kit do you think is best in your opinion? Spine Hunter asks.
Oh, so you know all the names of these, and I don't.
They're complex. It gets confusing for me too.
So the Hazel, for me, my favorite probably AOZ design would be the Hazel, but he's got the big hands, and then they're almost kind of like cannons on the back, but not really the cannons.
With the big arms?
Yeah.
With like the Psycho Gundam arms?
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
The Hazel Osla?
Sure, that one.
Yeah. The big arm unit.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah.
That's probably my favorite design.
But it hasn't been made as a kit yet.
No, it has not.
Kits wise, or was
there
he just saying
was someone made a custom of it with the Kotobukiya big hands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that like 3 years ago. It was the high grade one, and they customized it and turned it into that one, and they used the Kotobukiya manipulator or something like that. I forget what it's called, but
the giant hand parts.
The MSG hand part, and it looked really cool.
Yeah, I've seen people make it with, and I'm actually kind of surprised Bandai has not made it, just using parts from the HG Psycho Gundam.
Yeah, they could do that.
Yeah, so they've got the arms already there. They just had to make like new connection parts, basically. Yeah, I'm curious why they have not actually ever made that. The KR2 is really cool, like the wound wart with the KR parts on it. So like it's got like the very extended dong part and like the big kind of round shoulder parts on it. That one's really cool. For like wound wart variants, but of course, like the Hazel Raw too would be super cool. I don't know, they're all cool. There's a lot of them, even like just the old ones, the Hazel Custom, the Hazel 2, and what's the other one? Just the standard release ones.
Right, the Hazel Advanced one.
Yeah, Advanced Hazel. Yeah. Even those are, older HGs, but those are still quite nice.
It'd be neat if, I don't know what the licensing, I think the characters are licensed, right? But not the suits.
Yeah, the characters and the story.
If they could ever figure out a way to work that out and actually do an anime of that, I know we had a question on a series that would be cool. I think it was a continuation, but I guess that would be UC. That would be a neat series, I think.
Collectibles asks, were there any kits that you ended up liking more than you thought you would? So maybe you didn't have very high expectations.
Yeah,
but you ended up liking it a lot.
the EX Standard. Crap, which one was it? The wing
Standard?
Yeah, EX Standard wing kit.
Really?
I know. Hey, I actually did not mind building that, and I'm
the
not
Wing
a big,
Zero custom, like the
Yeah.
Angel Wings
Yeah.
version one.
I did not mind building because it was a quick, easy. But I think I built it during a hurricane, and it was like one that they had. So Bandai used to send us samples. They haven't done that in a long time, which I'm just sure because they build them and just take them to trade shows and stuff. But they would come in a bag, no instructions. So you had to figure it out. And that's probably why I actually liked building it more than I probably would have if I just bought it and opened it up and used the instructions. I actually had to figure it out because, they would come in a poly bag, all the runners in there, no instructions, no nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what you got. So it was interesting to build. And I actually enjoyed building that, trying to figure it out. Which I'm sure you could probably build stuff without having to look at stuff now. You built so many.
Yeah, especially for that type of kit, it would be pretty easy to figure out.
It wasn't
what's what.
hard.
But I don't know. I have this is another one. It's gonna be hard for me to answer because there's a lot. It happens, every now and then you build a kit that your expectations are not that high, but you end up liking it quite a lot. The Amazing Strike Freedom is one. For example, so the one I just built here just the other day, it's actually a second time building. I built it when the kit first came out a few years back, and I don't really like the Strike Freedom. It's not really one of my favorite designs. I was not really into, not that into a lot of the Build Fighters kits that were coming out at the time. It's got the red frame, which is kind of weird. I like that. It's like a metallic injected red frame, which is kind of weird. So wasn't really expecting to like that one quite as much as I did when it was all together. I ended up really liking that one a lot. As an example, but there's a lot. If you watch my reviews, I'm sure I've mentioned it in different reviews from time to time. Which kit do you find to be the most underrated? Silver Bullet, HGC.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's a Build Diver or Build Fighters kit. I believe it was Build Fighters that was off of. It started with a Z. It was off of one of the double O's, like the orange and white. I can't ever think of the name. But it was blue and dark blue. It was off Build Fighters or Build Divers. I think it was Build Fighters.
Blue and dark blue?
Yeah. Let me look this up. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like anything familiar. The only thing I'm thinking of blue is like the Age Magnum from.
This is why this is underrated, guys. Because
can't you remember the name?
I can't remember the name. No, it was off of the double O kit. It was off of the
Harut.
Yeah, it was off of the Harut, but it's called something else. Yes,
yeah,
that one. There we go.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That was nice. I didn't really care too much for the tank mode.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's still a cool kit.
Yeah, so that I remember I say it's underrated because I bought a bunch because I thought it would sell very well, and they ended up just sitting here for ever. No one wanted it, but then I built it, and I was like, this is not a bad kit. So yeah,
I liked that one too. But I like the Harut design. So
yeah,
maybe it just depends on how much you care about that design. What do you, Fish Matthews? So what do you guys do with? How do you organize your spare parts? So that I've got some here on the table at the moment.
Well, you use those plastic containers.
Right? Normally I'll just throw them in a box. So normally when I build kits, I usually don't keep HG boxes, especially. I usually don't keep the boxes. I'll just put everything into a plastic bag, and then I have a container or a box full of all the kits just in plastic bags. But then I'll keep a box to just throw all the spare parts in. So I usually have just an HG box just full of spare parts. Yeah, so I'll build a kit and whatever's left. If I really feel like doing it, I'll cut out the parts that are still left on the runners that I didn't use. But most of the time, I'll just take the runner and throw the runner in a box. In a box? Yeah. And then I'll keep the whole thing? Yeah. Such a waste of space, though. And I'll never go back and look at it ever again. Yeah. I used to do that. Just keep it on the runner and just keep it in the box, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just uses a lot of space. So as your collection grows, you have to manage space.
it down.
Yeah,
I'm sure one day I'll go through that box and cut everything off and maybe organize it. But
what you have to think about too is like how, like, which parts you actually could see yourself actually using for something. But that requires too much thought. So I
foresight.
cut everything off, and you have it all in case you need something. It'd be like some very random, like, part of a frame piece that like doesn't look like you could use it for anything, but you never know.
Yep,
you might need that for like some greebly or something.
Yeah.
So there's always that. All right, I think we probably need to check the winners here.
Yeah.
So let me
go get that kit. If I can make it around, I don't know if I can.
I will.
Okay.
I'll grab that just in case. Yeah, guys. It's over there. Here you go.
Yes. So, yep, Sandrock Armadillo P. Bandai kit. It's a very cool kit. I think I like the shields that they did for the shoulders. Right? They're on the shoulders. I haven't built
sort of like
kit,
a full cloth
version. Full cloth of the Sandrock, kind of.
All right, so let me put this up on the screen for you guys. I'm going to have to go to preferences here. And let's see. Can I just do it without that? Here we are. Hopefully that'll work, or no. Okay, bear with me for a second, guys, while I go to this here. I have to allow some permissions here. Here we go.
Still getting everything figured out.
And oh no, it's gonna have to quit and reopen later. Okay, there we go. All right, hopefully that should do it. Before moving, I completely reset my computer, so some stuff is still like it's the first time to use this since then. Oh no, it's still not working. Okay, well I can't show it live on the screen for you guys.
I think that they might be able to see it because I think that was on there before. You guys let us know if you can see the.
If it's not showing here, okay. It's not showing here at all. So anyway, I can't show on the screen for you guys, but I'll just tell you. So first off, just need to draw the winner here. Sorry about that, guys. It'll be all sorted out next time. The platform will be from Facebook, where we had 102 comments. So 102. And 1. Wow,
that is weird.
It is my lucky day.
And it was 1 because it literally ran through some quick numbers and selected 1. So
that's crazy. So the very first comment on Facebook. So there you go. That's your reward for being fast. It was Zach C. Coker. I'm gonna guess is how to pronounce that last name. But there you go, Zach C. Coker, who asked us the question, "What do you think the largest 100 Gundam will be?" Yeah,
awesome. Congratulations, Zach.
Very cool.
So I will go through my little thing. Please send us an email to support@usagundamstore.com. Again, that's support@usagundamstore.com. Just let us know what address you want to ship to, and then just send us a screenshot of it's Facebook, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you logged into your Facebook account, we don't need to see anything else. Just you logged into it. To prove that it's you, and then we will get it out to you.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, congratulations. Man,
how crazy is that?
So I wish people could have seen that because it was literally, that was pretty neat.
Every time I'm always saying, please be a low number, please be a number. Like, if it'd be like anywhere around like 10, 20 would be awesome, but 1. That's crazy. All right. So, yes, thank you guys for tuning in. And John, reach out to us. Anything else for today?
No, that is it. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Thank you guys too for all the patience with all the delays and all the fun logistical stuff that's going on in the world right now. We definitely appreciate your patience with everything and appreciate your guys' support. I mean, without you guys, we could not do what we love to do. I'd probably be in an office somewhere crying in a corner or something. So,
cubicle.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for everything.
All right.
And Happy New Year. Yeah.
Yes. Happy New Year. And thank you, Mom. My mom said we both look very handsome today.
Look at that.
Hope you feel better.
Yes. Feel better.
Anyway, yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Have a great weekend.
Bye.